Mom said, "Don't bring your boyfriend, he's poor." Then he bought her building. Now she's begging me to make him stop the eviction, but I'm just smiling and sipping champagne in our penthouse. I was standing in my parents' pristine Cambridge kitchen, still holding the homemade pie I'd spent 3 hours making, when my mother Benedita looked out the window at Benjamin's 2015 Toyota Camry and said those exact words. Her voice dripped with disgust, like she'd just discovered mold in her imported marble countertops. "Don't bring your boyfriend to Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow. He's clearly too poor for our family, and I won't have the Wentworths and Hendersons seeing you with someone so beneath our status." My father Bernardo glanced up from his newspaper, met my eyes for half a second, then looked away. The same cowardly move he'd been making my entire life whenever my mother went too far. "Beneath our status?" I repeated slowly, setting the pie down on the counter with more force than necessary. "Mom, you're a real estate agent, not a Vanderbilt." Her perfectly microbladed eyebrows shot up. "I am a top producer at the most prestigious agency in Boston. I live in a historic Beacon Hill building with doctors and attorneys. I drive a Mercedes. I have worked too hard to build this image to have you parade around with some nobody in a car that's held together with duct tape." Through the window, I could see Benjamin carefully lifting the wine bottles we'd brought, wearing his favorite navy sweater that I'd told him made his eyes look like the ocean. He'd been nervous all week about meeting my parents, asking me repeatedly if he should buy new clothes, if his car was nice enough, if they'd like him. I'd assured him he was perfect exactly as he was. "He has a master's degree from MIT, I said quietly, my hands clenching into fists. My mother waved this away like she was swatting a fly. "MIT gives scholarships to anyone these days. That doesn't mean success. Look at him, Beatrice. Really look. That sweater is pilling. His shoes are scuffed. He probably lives in some studio apartment in Alston with roommates." She smoothed her Chanel dress. The one she'd mentioned cost $6,000 at least 8 times since I'd arrived. "What will people think? I've already told our guests you'd be coming alone. I said your boyfriend had a work emergency. If you insist on bringing him, then don't come at all. Actually, I think it's better if you skip Thanksgiving entirely until you come to your senses about this relationship." That's when Benjamin knocked on the door, smiling that genuine, warm smile that had made me fall in love with him, holding 2 bottles of wine that probably cost more than my mother's dress. I opened the door, took the bottles from his hands, set them on the counter, and grabbed his arm. "We're leaving." My mother's voice followed us down the brick walkway. "Beatrice Ann Gomez, when this relationship fails and you realize what a mistake you made, don't come crying to me." I didn't turn around. I got into Benjamin's old Camry and started laughing. Not happy laughter, the kind that comes when you're so angry you might scream if you don't make some kind of sound. "My mother uninvited you to Thanksgiving because of your car," I said flatly. We drove in silence for 10 minutes before he pulled into a small park and turned to me. "B, I need to tell you something. I should have mentioned it earlier, but I didn't think it mattered." "What?" He took a deep breath. "I'm not poor. I sold my software startup 2 years ago. The company I founded in my MIT dorm room. The sale was finalized in 2022. I stared at him. "How much?" $47 million. The world tilted sideways. "You kept it quiet because every time I told someone, they changed. They saw dollar signs instead of me. I wanted someone to love me for who I am, not what I have." I started laughing again, but this time it was genuine. My mother just uninvited a multi-millionaire from Thanksgiving dinner because